Hello, my beautifuls. Welcome back to the Balanced Candle. My name is Mara, and I help moms master mindset, money, and motherhood, all while creating a balanced life for themselves. God has already prepared for us to have this soft, abundant life. So let's go ahead and transition into it. Helping moms go from survival mode to soft life. Okay. Um, if this is your first time, welcome. Make sure that you like, make sure that you subscribe, make sure that you join the tribe and all that good stuff. Links in the description below. And if this is your returning time, welcome back, baby. Welcome back. Okay? Yeah. It's, it's been almost a week and keep you up on the update. Uh, it's almost time for us to say goodbye to this house. All right. We've had our fair share of ups, downs, turnarounds, good, bads, everything in this house, okay? But it's now time for us to transition onto our next lives, okay? And what we have and what God has for us. All right. So, so pray with me, with y'all. Pray for me, y'all. On I want you to pray. I want you to pray specifically for what God has ordained for me in this new, in this, in this, in this next journey, in this new journey, in this transition. Okay. All right. But today I want to talk about budgeting. All right. I know I talk about mindset. I know I talk about mom. I don't know, I'll be hooting and hollering sometimes, just yapping my gums. All right. But how can we start putting this together? How can we start getting things in order? All right. I'm learning how to trade. I got my mind clear so I can start trading. I'm making some money. Now what? All right. Or if you haven't even started trading yet and you're just like, hey, I'm getting my mind together. I'm not a trader, but I like your mindset videos and I want to I'm gonna mess with this eye, but I'm not gonna mess with this eye, so I'm gonna leave it alone. All right, so budgeting. Let me get my notes. All right, so first things first, what is budgeting? Budgeting is it's simple plan for your money. It involves tracking your income and expenses so you can intentionally allocate funds for essentials, savings, debt repayment. All right, I just realized. All right, so why is budgeting important? All right, so budgeting is the foundation for your family's financial stability. All right, I know I'll be talking about that foundation, how you got to have that solid foundation, because if not, your house is going to crumble. So, budgeting is that family's financial stability, it's that foundation. All right, we need stability. All right, everybody needs stability, everybody needs to become stable or 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 be stable. So it allows you to manage the rising cost of childcare and groceries, avoid debt, and save for your children's future. All right. Uh, all right. It matters because it gives your dollar a specific purpose, reducing money stress. All right. It helps you build emergency funds. We already talked about that. Pay down debt and save for your larger purchases. All right. It helps you keep track of your goals. And then it prevents overspending as well. Ensures that you have enough to cover necessities before spending in once. Hey, y'all, I just told y'all my downstairs flooded. And Guess what? It flooded twice, y'all. Luckily, this second time it came outside versus inside. However, you guys know outside is a whole nother story. I'm gonna mess with this eye, y'all. I'm gonna be messing with this eye. I really want to take this eyelash off, but we're not. All right. Unless I do it, what is that, clickbait? Or I'm trolling y'all and I got one eyelash off and one on. All right, so do I want to share my screen? Let me see if I want to share my screen. All right, so I got like a little budget cheat sheet or a budget spreadsheet. I was just putting in some numbers, and it's different types of ways that you could be able to budget. Um, you can budget with the spreadsheet. Let me share my screen. We're actually gonna just share this. Hopefully, that's all that you guys see. All right, so you can use sheet, a spreadsheet. A spreadsheet. You can get this free. You can get this from I have Google Gmail accounts you can use, and they have like Google Docs and etc. I'm not an affiliate, uh, or or Google did not sponsor me. Okay, until you sponsor me. All right, notebooks, budgeting notebooks. This is not my notebook budgeting system, but it's upstairs somewhere. And then I also have these as well. Um, I got this system from, well, I've seen the system already when they normally have like the envelope, so they'll have like a book with different slots that you can put in. Where, say for instance, you don't have it. All right. Say for instance, you're like me sometimes, and yeah, I do have multiple bank accounts, but I will not. Um, I tend to be like, oh, I have money in this bank account, so let me just use this, even if it's like $6 or $7. All right, I have a different banking system, so if I'll have a banking system that's like whatever income comes in from this source goes into this account, and then I will use this account to spend it on these purchases, etc. All right. Say, for instance, you can't open up a lot of bank accounts. It's okay. Have some type of system. I used to have these, and I got these. I got was written from Myron Golden, but I've already had this system before. So, um, and his system is the I can buy can. I think he actually made a recent video. Um, I'll say maybe about 2 months now. It's been about 2 months since he's made this video. So, um, I want to put my hand down, and I know how to put my hand down. All right. All right. See, why can't I lower my hand? All right. That's like, let's not worry about this. But it's like have fun. I can have fun, but you got to use that by the end of the month. Saving for what I want. I have ties. Um, I got paying bills, education and growth, pay yourself first, and finish free legacy building. So those things um are mapped out by percentages. I'm really about to take this eyelash off, but y'all got two more videos that I want to record, and so I'm trying not to. All right, so we got different budgeting systems that you can be able to use: journal, paper, envelopes, a spreadsheet. Here's my one of spreadsheets. I just actually just um did this for you guys. All right, so I have to change as far as this graph here. But you can be able to put in the different things that you might use, that you might spend on. Now, I do recommend I do recommend when you are tracking, you track for at least 2 to 3 months. By minimum, you need to have some. You don't want to just do 1 month to track. You want to track by at least 2 to 3 months when you're doing this system, so that way you can have some type of it's not pattern, but you can know like averaging what you're spending off with. So, um, my first one, so when it comes to budgeting, number one, calculate all all income coming in, all income, all expenses. Check your bank statements. Check your banks statements. Um, Number two, I said track and categorize your expenses. So try to do this 1 to 3 months. All right, so mortgage, utilities, phone, internet, credit card, fast food. All right, and then try if you can, after you got your categories, try to categorize by like a fixed expense versus a variable expense. And I don't have that here, um, like I want to. But I have to set it up. I have to set it up the way that it needs to, because this is not the right way. But I was just playing around with it. All right, so mortgage is a certain amount. Let's say your mortgage or your rent is $1,300. Got your utilities. Your utilities is not so mortgage is fixed. Fixed rate. Your rent is a fixed rate. Is normally this rate until it's time to renew or time to um release, sign the lease again, renew your lease. And then you got your utilities. Utilities, if you don't have that, um, if you don't have that thing, where it's just like, hey, this is the amount of usage that I'm going to use. If you don't have that type of system, it will vary. So that is a variable expense because that's not always true. All right, just doing something, just doing. The east side came out there. So here just giving us like a rundown. All right. And then it gives you the total amount. For the year, if you're spending $1,300 a month for your mortgage or your rent, you'll be spending 15,000. You have paid off 15,600. This is really, really good to see where your spending is, to see what it is. Now you can go into Google Docs or go into any oh, did I not get this from Google? I did not get this from Google. I actually got this from Canva. See, go to Canva, go to Google, and create. You can create you a budget spreadsheet, and just play around with the rules on how you want your spreadsheet to be set up. All right. So number one, calculate all income coming in, income and your expenses. You're gonna have to calculate your expenses to figure out, to input in your spreadsheet or wherever that you're gonna have your tracking system. All right. Number two, track and categorize your expenses. Try to do this for at least minimum 2 to 3 months. Uh, read I didn't want to overtime myself. So at least 2 to 3 months. If you can do more months, hey, let's do the first 6 months. Let's track our expenses then, especially if you're just now getting into tracking if you want to track the whole year. It's June now, it's about to be July, so figure out where um where you are for the year and what you need to work on or what you're trying to hit your goals for. All right, and then have a budgeting method. All right, so they have, I don't know if you guys may heard have this. We got 50, 30, 20%. Let me okay. Let's lower my hand because I'm like, yeah. All right, so the 50, 30, 20. 50 is for 50% is for your needs, your housing, your bills. 30% is for your wants, like dining out and entertainment, and then 20% is for savings and extra debt. Now you can flip that around. 30 for savings, 20 for um dining and entertainment for your wants. If you're trying to reach a certain financial goal, you got to figure out a couple of things, or you got to change a couple of things. All right. They have a zero base budgeting, which is every dollar is going to be assigned to a specific category. All right. So that your total income minus expenses equals exactly $0. All right. That may not always be true. All right. We have our pay yourself first. All right. It automatically moves the set amount of money into your savings each month before paying bills or other expenses. And then we got the envelope system, use physical cash placed in different envelopes for specific spending categories. Once the envelope is empty, spending in that category stops until the following month. Um, Now, if you're doing like a legacy building or maybe saving for that one or a want, um, that might can be more than just for that month, right? You might have to hold that or save that for a couple of months to get to what you're actually trying to get to. Um, and then I have track your progress. So tracking your progress, you want to track your progress if you want to. I normally do like a monthly track. And when I do a monthly track, I'm doing monthly for everything that I do. So budgeting is that for the month. Being nosy guys. All right, but weekly, every month or every 2 to 3 weeks. Um, when you're calculating your expenses, I'll try like go ahead and do that like at least by the end of the week. Hey, this is what I spent for the week, so that when we go through your budgeting, you already have this stuff down packed. It's already categorized. It's already put inputted in there. Um, yeah. All right, so those are my four when it comes to budgeting. All right, calculate all income, track and categorize. You have a budgeting method. Choose your budgeting method and then track your progress. Okay. Um, let's see. And then Google just set a limit. Um, Establish spending caps for each category based on your income. All right. So that's what I have for you guys today on budgeting. Um, if you're needing some help or if you're like, hey, Ramira, let's you fix your rules on this spreadsheet. Can I have the spreadsheet? Sure. Sure you can. I'll let you guys know when to have it. I'll make sure I keep it. Hmm. This free or what? We'll decide. I'll probably keep it free because I'll add my new rules to it. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. But that's what I have for you guys. Make sure that you like, make sure that you subscribe, make sure that you join the tribe, make sure that you share this with someone who actually needs this. If you're a mom that's learning how to budget, you're not on your own. Uh, to stay consistent in your goals and reaching your goals, you would definitely get there. You actually have to be consistent though. You actually have to be on yourself. All right. You gotta be on it. Um, so I love you guys. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.